I live in Central, live down a quiet little dead-end street, little cul-de-sac. Moved out there about 9 years ago with my wife. It was important because my wife passed away, something we built together. So it's a very special house.
On August 12th, there was a flood in Louisiana here that affected about a third of our employees. One of our hospitals got completely surrounded by water. We were forced to evacuate and had to use the National Guard to come in and help us to evacuate. The floods actually, and the rains and the floods, seemed like they came virtually without warning. So it was truly a trying time, very trying time, to take care of our patients and make sure that their safety was number one. So the people at Ochsner that got evacuated, actually the only vehicles that could get in and out were the National Guard's trucks. And so these patients that were hospitalized were put with their families and their nurses, caregivers, physicians in the back of these military vehicles and transported out to the main highway, where there was literally a convoy of ambulances waiting in emergency vehicles to accept these patients and transfer them to our Baton Rouge General Mid-City campus. The caregivers, when they finally did get home, the condition of their homes were mostly deplorable, so it lost everything.
Even though the bad weather was coming, I was high and dry. I had never flooded. It hadn't flooded in 30 years from what the old timers told me. There's a field between me and another neighbor, and he said, the field is like a lake. It's halfway up your driveway. The knot in your stomach is there. I have no flood insurance. Got to my street to see the amount of water. The water eventually was at 37.5 inches, just over the top of my kitchen cabinets. So everything in the lower cabinets is pretty much ruined. The memories that are gone, antiques that I had, photographs. I don't know that, except for on my computer, how many photographs I have of my late wife. You're talking $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 that you have no insurance for. If there was one thing that I could save, it would be photographs and wedding album. I do not know if my daughter saved my wedding album. The lack of sleep because you wake up in the middle of the night thinking, I need to do this and I need to do this, catches up to you.
We did a couple of things to support our employees. We set up a GoFundMe account where all of our employees and friends of employees made donations. Our National Board of Promise actually matched our personal contributions that we were able to raise as donations to support our employees, and in all, over $100,000 was collected.
Promise allowed us all the time off that we needed. They collected all the little things that you need and you don't think about till it's gone.
The disaster tested our family values, and I couldn't be more proud of the team. Everyone stepped up 100% and gave everything of themselves individually as well as their families that they had to give. It's truly been a time when we realize that we all need each other, and it causes us to come together.
Employees from Promise came and helped me. Just the overwhelming goodness of people and the generosity. People are good. In spite of all this, life is terrific.